Hey, how's it going, everybody? Crazy news that I woke up today and quite honestly shocked. There's been a lot of conversations, obviously, of the general state of esports. If you guys have not watched my video about why esports is struggling, I recommend going back and watching it. It's basically an unfiltered 20-minute conversation I had with my Twitch stream about the state of the industry, why finances are the way they are, how the recession is affecting people, and what that means. You're seeing big names like the Guard release all of their staff. You're seeing teams like CLG, long-standing teams that I grew up watching with Hotshot GG and League of Legends, getting bought up by other companies and merging with those companies. You're also seeing things along the lines of big names like 100 Thieves, TSM, releasing their employees because they have to trim the fat, because in order to operate, they need to reduce costs. And that's applying to everywhere. You're seeing numerous tier 3, tier 2 organizations drop out of Rocket League, like Pittsburgh Knights, German Amigos with their situation with EG. We've covered a lot of these on this channel. The one that surprises me the most, though, is because I know the financial backing of this company has been solid, but there is a reason why strong financial investments and people get to that billionaire status, and it's because they make intelligent decisions. The one that I'm talking about, if you guys don't know, is the one and only Version1. I woke up to an article and was honestly shocked based upon what was happening. It is with Brett Diamond, their COO, this man right here. I've worked alongside them for like 2.5 years roughly. So there's certain information that I can't divulge just due to learning through osmosis, and it's not my right to like air that stuff out. But it was surprising to see that Version1 is seeking a merger. I mean, you're talking the Wilf family that is with the Minnesota Vikings, obviously billionaires and stuff like that. But you don't stay a billionaire by doing risky financial situations. Mergers in esports, for the most part, usually aren't a good thing because it is admitting that financially you're not able to sustain on your own. And while this article does talk about a lot of positives and benefits and things like that, which are true, by no means do I want to dismiss any of this. There is a lot of benefits to combining forces and all that kind of stuff. There is no guarantee that if you do merge with another company that they're going to want to keep your employees, your content staff, all of the different roles that they may have already fulfilled at this other company. While they may see value in some of these things, it is a scary time. And I feel like I've gotten to work alongside these people for like 2.5 years. And there is a chance that they're just let go or without a job or having to look other places, which is scary, especially in esports when there is so many other companies also going through this. It just goes to show that even if, and I think they say this, that they've met their projections, we don't know what the projections are. We don't know if they planned on operating at a loss and now they're just not seeing that on the other side, or because they are able to maintain in the area that they are, if they can combine forces with somebody else and bring their own aspects of revenue with the Wilf family and stuff like that, that both can benefit and keep multiple around. But what does that mean for the Version1 branding? What does that mean for all of the things with like their Call of Duty team? Their Valorant team just won Game Changers. The Rocket League team obviously just invested heavily into the Daniel situation. There was a lot of unknown factors and a lot of things that we do not know. I wanted to wait as long as possible to make this video to see if more information came out. But in the coming months, they're going to be looking to find another organization to merge with. And whether that means that, as a hypothetical, say it's 100 Thieves and then it becomes 100 Thieves and V1 and they merge, 100 Thieves is probably going to still keep their branding and stuff the way it is with Nadeshot, but the combination of those two working together could be a fruitful thing. We do not know. There's a lot of unknown factors, and I'm not going to go into the nitty-gritty of how I think this is and why this is or what's going on, but some pretty crazy structural changes and some things going on. A lot of conversations as well in this about the viewing of content between Twitch and YouTube, and a lot of this stems from like how big franchises in like traditional sports, a lot of the money they pull in comes from the TV deal rights, the brand rights, and all that kind of stuff. When it comes to hey, if you're a fan of a team from the Midwest, the only way you can watch those is if you have a certain subscription service, or if you are local, and that gets like a monopolized kind of area where you can watch the broadcast. So it's unfortunate because I do think that is a harsh reality, but I also do think it's an outdated way of going about things. I think a lot of us really appreciate the fact that esports is accessible to anybody with an internet connection. It transcends the international side of things because it is not limited. But ways to monetize that, like esports is gotta learn. There's got to be ways to monetize things better and do it in a way that benefits not only the people that are supporting the players and the staff and everything else, but just in a widespread, like everybody has to eat. So esports again is still in its infancy and its toddler phase. It's only been around for like 3-ish decades, and there's a lot of things from traditional sports that it needs to learn in order to become sustainable. And I appreciate that this article has been provided, and that V1, unfortunately, the things they're going through, I don't see it as a positive thing. If anything, I just feel for the employees involved, Brett and everybody else at that company, because I'm sure it wasn't their decision. It comes from the top down, which is the Will family. But these are the types of things that are happening, and it is further proving that esports, it needs to learn. It needs to improvise. It needs to continue to find better revenue structures for things to become sustainable. And that applies to every aspect, not just the inner workings of an organization, but also broadcasting rights and everything else. There's a lot to be learned in our industry, and it is being forced to happen right now because of the economic state that we're in. So a lot of crazy stuff. Don't know what's going to happen with version 1. Obviously, with being a person who loves working with their staff, it is going to be very interesting to see what happens with that regard. But I will try to keep you guys up to date from personal interest on this one as I find out more and as more articles come out. So if you'd like to stay up to date on that, don't be afraid to stop by the stream, twitch.tv/Lawler, or come hang out with us. And questions, comments, concerns down below as always. But that's going to do it for today's video. Like, subscribe, notifications. See you in the next one. Peace.